Creating pipe penetrations with QPOD is quick and easy, and in this video we'll show you how. With your formwork and pipe cap in position, measure your pipe offset, then drive the rod into the ground at the required point. Then just tape around the rod so the poly sheet stays sealed up. Then cut your peg down to match the height of your pipe bend. Then grab some polystyrene offcuts, cut them into wedges to create your fall, and place them under the pipe. Make sure the wedges are shaped to give you the right fall. Now secure the peg to the pipe bend with tape to keep everything in position. Now that everything's in place, use expanding foam to cover the polystyrene wedges and the top of the pipe, locking it all firmly together. Now we're ready to place our continuous pod over the top of the pipe setup. At the point where the pipe passes through, grab an end cap and cut a hole the same size as your pipe. Then make a cut from the hole down to the bottom of the end cap. That way you can fit it over the pipe and snap it neatly onto the end of the pod. Next, we're going to measure the distance between the pod and the point where the pipe needs to come through. Now cut a hole in the top of the pod, matching the diameter of your pipe. The continuous pod can now be lifted over the pipe, set in place, and locked in as you normally would. The setup for the raft configuration follows the same steps with same pipe set up. Now with your raft pod in hand, mark a pipe-sized hole on both sides of the pod where it passes through and cut them out neatly. Then, just like with the continuous setup as you did with the end cap, make a cut from the hole you've made in either side of the pod down so you can fit the pod over the top of the pipe. Then simply place the pod over the pipe. Next up, measure where your pipe needs to go, mark out a hole to suit, and cut it into the top of the raft pod. Then, on that same raft pod, measure and cut another hole on the side of the pod and create a slit down to the base so you can fit the pod over the top of the pipe, as shown. From there, just slot the pod back over the top. Simple as that. No mess, no fuss. And of course, in both raft and continuous setups, make sure you fill any gaps around your holes with expanding foam. If you have any questions at all, we're of course here to help. Happy installing.